Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second edition of the CredeCast. This is your host of Self-Supremacy, Ever Creed, and joining me this week is none other than my special guest this week, none other than BW's The Bad Reed. How you doing?
How's it going?
Pretty good. I just want to tell everybody I apologize. I'm going to be kind of a little not too 100%. I've been kind of going through a fever and whatnot. That's why I'm not really not too jazzed up. But from what I see, we got already some questions in mind. Wow. You know, I do apologize for starting this one a little late. If you must know why, I had to put Prince Albert in the can. All right. Now, Matt Radcliffe, I'm here. So's the Wyatts. Here we go. It's Backyard Wrestling Entertainment. Am I supposed to use templates when... All right, Radcliffe, these are the things you kind of want to use in your private conversations. Let me see here. Earl gave me the email.
All right.
Oh, here we go. To UW, may I be invited in? Yeah, Radcliffe, not this week, buddy. We'll try to get you in sometime soon. Okay. To UWHD, All Out Survival. Yes, All Out Survival was, in a lot of people's eyes, the best, how do I say this, the best show we've put on since we've been on YouTube. You know, in my opinion, I think it was very successful. You know what, since I have a guest on here, Mr. Myra, Mr. The Bad Reed, as I should say, excuse me there, what do you feel about All Out Survival?
Before I may start, go follow The Bad Reed on Twitter at The Bad Reed.
Check out.
But let me tell you guys what I felt about All Out Survival. Nick Solmaz winning the Rumble. CJE versus UWE. Everett Creed versus Cameron Jackson. Man, that match was amazing. It was entertaining. I was entertained through the whole match. I watched the entire matches. I mean, I'm going to be honest here. A lot of backyard wrestling companies, I have the attention span of a third grader. And, you know, I don't, if it's not popping up from the get-go, I'm not going to watch the full match. And I'm going to tell you guys, the whole show was popping from the get-go, and I watched the entire show. The entire hour-long show give you that.
Yeah, here's a little fun. You know, it's so true what you said about the beginning of the match, because if you don't start it interesting, nobody's going to be interested about the match at all. You know, I actually learned that from being in the pros. I was in Victory Pro Wrestling here in Deer Park, and I learned a lot of things from what they do in the pros. You know, and being in the indies for about 3 weeks really taught me a lot. So, you know, I definitely learned my lesson, and boy, do they do cardio. But let's see what else we have as well. UW stuff, then Raw. Yeah, I'm going to cover a little bit of Monday Night Raw as well. I don't want to be too loud, though, because I have a lot to say about that. To BWE on the left side of the screen, I see a list of templates on the right side. Radcliffe, if you don't mind, you know, I mean, I'm sure. Well, actually, Reed, do you have anything to say about the nameplates as far as Mr. Radcliffe has in store?
Okay, well, what are these nameplates? Are these like Superstar of the Year or blah 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 stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's kind of funny because he's gonna add people in there that no one knows, like RRW. No one really.
Yeah, right. Like you just find the most random superstars in the selection. By the way, I just want to take this time and say I really appreciate you coming on to the CredeCast. You know, because I know right now you are pretty much one of, if not the biggest trends right now in BYW. After everything that's been going on between yourself and Cage, and now between yourself and AK-47. So, you know, is there anything new based on yourself? Is there been any Twitter wars, any social media tension, as you could say? Has there been anything new that you want to discuss about Cage or AK-47?
Well, honestly, you know, I don't really get on Twitter as much as I should. But I mean, if you know more people follow me on Twitter, then I might as well get on there, pushing to get 1K on there, and I'm only at about 300 and something right now as it goes. But
you got 300?
Yeah.
That's more than I got. You know, I had that account for years. I had that account before BYW, and I still am under 300. That's awesome. Let's see if we got any other questions. Let's see. To Matthew, who will do a live stream and help you out. If you guys have any questions as far as All Out Survival, like any inside story, since it's pretty much up, I could give you guys the scoops as far as All Out Survival, because there were some pretty funny things that we were doing during the when we were recording. A lot of funny stories were taking place during that show. The big one was we originally weren't too hot on Rios versus the Chico because we didn't know, because we were watching it live. So, that was before we edited it with the replays, the commentary, and I was about to say crowd effects, but we took those off. But, myself and Cameron were originally we weren't sure about it, but then we watched it the second time, and a third time, and a fourth time, and it was just they did a pretty good job. Especially, I got to give DeChico his props because he's really stepping up. I really think he's going to be main event worthy and all good time. But, yeah, that's pretty much. If you're just tuning in and sounding a little slow, I do apologize. Just getting a pretty bad fever up here. I'm not feeling too good. Any rumbling in the background, we're having oh, God, I'll sneak over to Raw a little bit. There's a thunderstorm going on here. So, rain's hitting hard, all that, right? Rain's all hitting hard. Chris Jericho comes out. And Jericho, this is Jericho's make or break. What's he going to do, And he cuts the promo of a lifetime. He does a very good job. And he reminds Bray just of who he's dealing with. And then all of a sudden, when the Wyatt static goes off, the thunder rumbles. And it's just oh, shit. I don't know if that's live or if that's, on the show. It was amazing. I got that almost I felt like I was there. It was pretty different. It was pretty exclusive. I felt I was really into it. But, Mr. Reed, I don't know if you saw Raw this past, 3 hours. What was your opinion on the fans chanting boring during Bray Wyatt's promo?
That really surprised me because, as Chris Jericho said in his promo, he mentioned the manipulative ways of Bray Wyatt and all that and stuff, But, I think that they're saying boring in his promos because there's so much behind, Chris Jericho. If you really look back to all the other superstars that Bray Wyatt has feuded with, they haven't had as much impact as Chris Jericho. But, if you had to say someone that did get as much cheer as Chris Jericho did, it would be The Shield when they were feuding with the Wyatt family. They did get a lot of exposure. Both of each other fed well off of each other. But Chris Jericho is just that guy. And, of course, if Chris Jericho comes in the picture, they're going to boo the Wyatts again. And, and if John Cena's in the picture, John Cena's going to make the fans cheer on anybody, basically, that he's facing because, a lot of people really don't like John Cena.
Yeah, Cena. One thing I just got to go off on, I'm ready to freaking blow my gasket on Fandango. Because let me tell you a little bit something here. When Fandango on SmackDown, right? SmackDown, Fandango does this thing with the ref, and all of a sudden Summer Rae and Layla betray Fandango, and they do his gimmick. Now, if I'm Fandango, I'm flipping my you-know-what, because, I ain't going to hide it. I'll be flipping my shit. I'd be losing my mind. I'd be throwing TV monitors. I'd be flipping the I would be having a fit. And what does he do? What the fuck are you doing? You're making it look like you're the most pathetic excuse in the WWE right now. He just killed his character so bad. And then on Raw, they're doing the whole thing all over again, right? And they're, doing the dance on top of the announcer's table. Yeah. And Fandango's just sitting there just he's not playing his part, and I'm just sitting there you're hopeless, I agree. You don't stand a chance. Just fire this asshole. I'm sorry, but good. It was an okay gimmick, but I never liked him since day fucking one. This guy is a no good, no gimmick piece of shit that should be fired from the goddamn WWE. Piece of garbage. I'd have him job to fucking Black Bullet for all I care.
Yeah, I think the gimmick is a laughing stock, but Fandango, whatever you want to call him, Johnny Curtis, is a pretty well-developed in-ring worker.
Yeah. I love how the people in the comments are having small talk. Matt Radcliffe and Baron are having a small talk conversation. I'm just what the, if you guys want to have any oh, God.
Welcome.
Oh, boy.
Welcome to CJE, that is Cameron Jackson Entertainment, your number one stop in entertainment for your backyard wrestling fix. I am your founder, chairman, and CEO, also BEW general manager, the brother man with the master plan, Brother Cam. This is Ever Creed's CredeCast, and
that it is.
I kind of want to weigh in on a few things. I'm going to look at these comments, and I want to say to Mr. Radcliffe, small talk to yourself. Small talk, Facebook, whatever the fuck you got, Twitter.
Just help us out there. Excuse me. Check out UW Lockdown Episode 8 in just 48 hours at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time.
Matthew Radcliffe, good job.
I definitely, I mean, the rendering has been an issue, but I think it'll be, up by YouTube tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. But now since you guys are both here, you pretty much got the authoritative figure and you got the franchise of BEW. How did this all come about where Cameron Jackson was decided to become, BEW general manager? How did that take place?
Well, BEW, we're not just going to hire anyone for a general manager on our show. I mean, we're one of the most popular backyard wrestling fans on YouTube today, maybe the second most popular going on right now. I mean, of course, KBW's up here, and everyone else is just basically scratching and crawling to get up there with them. But I think working with them put us, basically gave us like an ultimate weapon or something to knock the rest of the people's on their asses and go up to the top as well. But I mean, there's a lot of people in the backyard wrestling world that just aren't getting the exposure that they deserve, and people that I call my brothers, like Cameron Jackson, brother Cam.
Indeed.
Is a talented individual. I mean, the guy is top tier on the mic, so I had to put him as the BEW general manager because I knew he would spice up things from day one, from the get-go. And maybe, just maybe, we may see Mr. CJE, Mr. Leader of CJE, the founder of CJE, Cameron Jackson, make a surprise entrance in BEW Season 5.
Maybe so.
One thing you can never tell is what'll ever happen. You can never tell. It's always a big what if. It's always a big, this could happen. It could. You never, for all we know, Big Time Mike could be at Ultimate Redemption. I mean, it's you could have the bad read at Ultimate Redemption. Oh, God, that. Now, here's a good question. Ultimate Redemption is our most star-studded event of the year. Let's say the match card was completely free. We didn't write any matches or anything like that whatsoever. If you could pick, I'll make it a little interesting. If you could pick 3 people from the UWE that you would like to face at Ultimate Redemption, who would it be?
Oh, gosh. Speaking that, you did say if none of the matches were on the card, because I do know that I will be watching for the UWE World Championship Rick Rios versus Nick Solmus, because he is the Rumble winner. That's going to be an interesting one. I love the way they both work, and I gained tons and loads of respect for Rick Rios after taking that trash can shot to the head and getting busted open and getting back up like a warrior. And the funny thing is, that really made me laugh was when he got busted open, but Cameron hit him in the head again with the handle of the top of the trash can. That was ridiculous.
That was insane. It was completely real. I mean, it was unlike anything I've ever seen.
But if I had to pick 3, I know for a fact that I will go with Cameron Jackson as one of the guys. I mean, that's the guy I will go with first. And, probably second, I mean, I have to say Nick Solmus, because, he seems pretty athletic, and I love working with athletic people, like as you've seen with Cage. Cage said the same thing. It's kind of a one-upmanship when you work with people as athletic as yourself. Like Cage, that's what made me better, honestly. Because if Cage didn't exist, I probably wouldn't be as good as I am right now. And that fact being is that ever since I seen Cage wrestle, I was like, wow, he's amazing. I want to be as good as him one day. So, I did what I did, and then I think it was just one move that just built my self-esteem, that gave me the confidence to where I am right now, that made me the confidence to get as good as I am right now, was that diving front flip off the trampoline. I seen Cage hit that in one match. I said, I'm going to do it. That move, I got to do it. Because that move is just like, when you see it, it's like, oh my God, it make you get out of your seat. So, It was one day in about July last year. I tried it and it looked like a cartwheel. It was ridiculous, and I like landed on my head, and I was like, I'm never doing it again. So the first risk it all, I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Me and JB Daniels planned the spot out. I was like, I'm gonna hit this front flip regardless. I gotta do it. Now let you remind you that Cage lands his front flips, and you know, even though the first time I did it just like Cage did it, but I did not land it. But I mean, that front flip gave me all the confidence in the world, and from that point on, like it just built my self-esteem, and I just have been unstoppable, I think, since then. But to back to your question, the third guy will have to be Everett Creed because I would want to work. I would want to work with you as well because I would want to help feed. I would help. I would want to feed off each other, and I feel that all four of us would feed off of each other well. So that's the three I would
Those
face.
would be three matches that would instantly steal the show at Ultimate Redemption. Because you got yourself and Cameron Jackson. That's pretty much the franchise of BEW versus the franchise of the UWE. Then you got the Bad Reed versus Nick Somas. That's going to be a pure-out wrestling match to its finest, and people are just not going to take their eyes off the screen. And then the storytelling performance is also the Bad Reed versus Everett Creed because, the feud, the build-up, and then the execution, it just, I could definitely see in that be all three of the matches I could see being untouchable. Let's see if we got any predictions or any any predictions, any questions. Baron Bishop, excuse me, Lana Rusev, and Swagger Zeb. I think this was one of the better segments of the night. I really think that grabbed my attention, and like I said about the Reed-Somas match, I felt like I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. They just had great chemistry. Zeb kind of messed up his words on time to time, but, he just carried it so well, and Lana just really stepped up her game. And you totally forgot that Swagger and Rusev were in the ring until they started going at it. And it was, I felt like it was a really good segment. What about you?
Yeah, I like this segment. One of the brighter parts of this Monday Night Raw. I mean, I don't feel like there was anything special about this Raw.
That got you out of your seat. I agree.
Because like after the Raw after Money in the Bank, that Raw just made this Raw look like an episode of Main Event.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not to defend what they're doing because that does not need defense whatsoever. It's starting to become crap. I think the thing that really made Raw in general as a program do a downturn is the fact that it's 3 hours. Like, now that they're throwing on things that don't even need to be thrown on. They're doing things with people that don't need things done to them. The jobbers are getting more jobs. You know what I mean? It's like It's just like, okay, I've seen Kofi Kingston lose 4 weeks in a row. I'll just wait to see him lose again next week. You know what I mean? There's nothing to look forward to now besides the main feud. And like when you take your eyes off of everybody else, that's why the Attitude Era was awesome and the Ruthless Aggression Era, because you didn't just have the main feud. You had the main feud, then you had this feud, then you had that feud that you wanted to see all of them blow up. And then even when they would make them coincide, it'd be that much better. But now, it's like, okay, so they're going to build Reigns and Triple H. Because that's all the authority is. It's not even about Cena holding the belt. It's about Reigns and Triple H. That's what the feud is. And now the other feud there is Wyatt and Jericho. And the lower of the three feuds that are going on is Harper and Rowan and the Usos. But then it's still like, that's an awesome feud. But like now it's just like, okay, one of the Wyatts actually going to win now. Because now it's just like, all right, now they're starting to drag. They
got to have the Wyatts win a Battleground. And I would even have Jericho win a Battleground. I would have Jericho get the win and then have Bray Jericho at SummerSlam. Because that could be a moneymaker, for $9.99 a month. Yeah, right? Let's see what else we got. Also give any predictions you guys have. Let's see what we have here.
Could I talk about this commercial here?
The Sting 2K15 commercial?
Listen, I thought it was an awesome commercial, very good. But then at the end of the commercial, it's really not even about the commercial. The commercial was great, pretty cool. We all know he signed. We all knew that. We know it was going to happen. The 714 thing, I thought it was a little bit of a letdown just to see a commercial. But at the same time, it was cool. But at the end of it, if you listen close, they went to commercial real fast because the fans were booing the hell out of that commercial. And now,
I don't think they were booing it because of Sting, though. I think they were booing it because of the fact that Sting wasn't there.
Yeah, it's like I hate when they do the whole 7/14, the whole date thing. If you're gonna do a date, somebody needs to be there on that date. I don't want just oh, that's cool. Where the fuck is he? Yeah, that's
the best examples, in my opinion, was 2/21/12, which was The Undertaker, and then 1/2/12, which was Jericho. You know, those were, well, actually, no, 1/2/13, my bad. But, I mean, I think. No, 2/12/11 was Taker, and then, I don't know. But Taker and Jericho had the big ones. And it was just
dates, the dates when you see somebody there.
And it was a big deal.
It's a big deal then.
And then, oh, man, this was bad. Bo Dallas comes out and says, I beat the biggest little man. I beat, the guy with the biggest heart. And I'm thinking, oh, no, they're not going to bring out Rey Mysterio, are they?
It's worse.
And then it's just like, oh, this is going to be bad. Just bring him out and get it over with. And then the Great Khali comes out, and I'm just like,
you should. I cursed out the TV and left the room. That's how bad it was. It's like, why are they still using the Great Khali? There's no need to use the man. Yeah, he's a good stand-up for the Indians and whatever you want. So what? The 7-Eleven motherfuckers, go to 7-Eleven, get a Slurpee. Have a good day. I don't need to see the Great Khali, who can't fucking sell.
I would rather have Jinder Mahal than Great Khali. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Jinder was a nice guy. I met him on a couple occasions at Access. He was cool. I can't help but like him. But no, the big thing was that it felt like a game of high cards because you felt like you were dealt a 3 with Rey Mysterio, and you thought it couldn't get any worse. And then Khali's music hits, and you find out you got a freaking 2. Like it's just like are you kidding me? Like it just absolutely hard. Vince Russo was having a cow on Twitter. Like I was cracking up. He was just like, I guess one segment means to the WWE that they just they lived up to their quota, and I'm like, that's exactly it, because they only have one climax.
And now to get to Mark Williams' shoot on on Steven Moreno Jr. Honestly, the one thing that I love the fucking most about Mark Williams is, and don't get me wrong, the BCW, I think he's doing a very good job trying to make that better and better. They're going up in subscribers. That's awesome. Good for them. I do reviews for them. Pretty awesome. But I love his shoots because it's just there's one point I know he never disappoints me. He always makes me. There's always one point where I'm crying laughing. Like when he was talking about Flash, and yes, I can say Flash on here because the bitch ain't gonna do nothing to me. I'll kick her right in the and I'll build a fucking gate around her mouth. But either way, he was talking about Flash. The one part that had me dying is he's like, you talk about TKWE. It's like a bunch of fucking third graders trying to impress the teacher because she's a hot-ass babe. I was fucking crying, bro. And then he says about Steven Moreno Jr., he goes, you come to Detroit, and it's gonna be a hood fucking blood versus Crips street fight. I was crying.
And then he had the Gator. He had that racist white guy voice, like what the hell is going on out here? What kind of shit? It's just amazing. I mean,
his shoots are the best thing about him. He might not be the best on the mic, but he's starting to step out on his own as far as just being original with the shoots.
Yeah. And then, oh boy, I don't even know if I'm sure Bad Reed knows about this, but we actually have some breaking news here. I think this is going to be the first review of pretty much what I believe, if I am correct, what you said about HBTW.
Oh.
Is officially.
Well, they're not done, but they're ending soon, very soon. They said they're not uploading after No Resurrection. I mean, me personally, I thought it was a cool show, but there was a lot of things that just kind of made me all right, I'm gonna watch something else. You know what I mean? No disrespect to them. Backyard wrestling is backyard wrestling, and I appreciate every backyard wrestler that goes out there and does what they do. But at some point, it's just all right, I knew this was gonna happen, and now. Believe it or not, the person that actually looks good in HBTW closing is Drew Hood, and is Jack Andrews for some reason because he cut that promo on him, and he did it at the right time. But as far as them,
that's how I felt. That's how I felt about in the very beginning. It's a different kind of topic, but I was I had a lot of anger built in me about a former Fed I used to be a part of. And I just started flipping my gas about this online thing called CCE, And then a week after it's uploaded on YouTube, they're shut down. And then I'm just like, wow, that makes me look like $1 million. Like, thank you, But, oh, man. Thoughts on Mark Williams. Barry loves Steven Marino. Yeah, definitely. Check out BWE Mania 1 week from Sunday. Yeah, Ratcliffe is like king plugging.
Yeah, he's plugging everything.
He's plugging everything into outlets. Speaking of plugging in, me and Cam last night were watching The Kings of Comedy, and Steve Harvey is talking about the Titanic and what it would be like if black people were actually on the ship. And notice how the band is still playing while the ship is sinking. We wouldn't be doing that. We'd be like, pulling it out. It was just hilarious.
And he was like, cool.
I thought that was it was Steve Harvey. I was thinking it was
I'm plugging shit. Wrap that shit up. Let's go. Get that fucking amplifier before somebody gets shot.
Amazing.
It's like we would have been in the water on the dining room tables.
Yeah, turn the table upside down. They were
laughing out, let some air in it. I was dying, man.
And then the best part was Cedric the Entertainer saying, and this is before Obama was elected, he says, what if a black guy became president and we were under deficit spending? I was hysterical. And he's like, this would happen. Mr. President, what do you think about the deficit spending? I mean, we owe like, $6 trillion overseas. Man, I don't got it, dog. I was just like, oh, my God. And the Cedric Entertainer voice and everything, it was just like, oh, my God, this is just one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
All right, but now I want you guys to generate some questions for you guys there. I want you to generate some questions ASAP because Everett Creed's not feeling well. This. He's not trying to bullshit you here, but this is the CredeCast. Make it exciting. Is it for you and for us. The questions, the thing that keeps this thing going is you guys' questions, and you guys got to kind of feed more into this. I don't care about yes, check out BW Mania, awesome. Check out RW Mania. Check out BEW's. Friends and foes, check out everything. That's beautiful.
BEW's fuck it.
I remember when it was fuck it. I
was just like, all right, that's a way to go with it,
But we gotta, let's generate some questions. I know you gotta have some questions.
I'm ready to just, if nobody generates questions, I'm ready to say, hey, Bad Reed, how about we turn up some of that RNSJ? Oh man, that stole the show of the live feed,
Yeah, but then, I know you guys got questions for the self-supremacy. I know you guys got questions for Gorgeous over there, better than the best, the Bad Read. I don't want no questions about me because this ain't my show. But
one thing I like to say, you guys. Excuse me. The Bad Read was the first guy to start saying better than the best. So I'm gonna need the rest of you marks to stop saying that.
That's awesome. Oh man, you gotta love the marks, right?
Right.
Better than the best. That's taking a Jericho Punk quote and making it your own. Baron Bishop is the man. The Kings are amazing. I love Baron. One of my favorite guests here. He has no knees. Thoughts on the Stardust? These guys don't even have to wrestle a goddamn match. They are so entertaining. As far as right now goes. In time you're gonna want to see them wrestle, but they just entertain me anyway, because Stardust is getting built as the freaky one, and Goldust, who is for once is the normal guy, and I'm just like, that's not cool.
All right, since they're not asking questions, top 3 superstars as far as gimmicks, mid-card gimmicks you would bring back today, not tag teams, just solo superstars.
Oh, the pros, yeah.
Solo superstars in WWE that you would bring back today.
About this one.
The Heartbreak Kid. That'd be the first guy I brought back.
You said non-gimmicks?
Don't matter. Anybody now. Said Heartbreak Kid.
That's my first pick too.
Shawn Michaels, yeah.
That's my first pick all the way. Shawn Michaels hasn't lost it or nothing, man. I feel bad if I was eating this apple and not saying Carlito, so he'll be in the honorable mention section. But man, if I can think of, you said 3, right?
Yeah, 3.
That means they got to be in shape too. Shawn Michaels would definitely be considered one. Oh man, excuse me there. Well, if you're gonna have to say 3, well, you said Solo. Damn it, I would have said the Mean Street Posse in a heartbeat. Them and the Odd. Oh, I wouldn't even bring back the Oddies. I'd just bring back Kurgan. Kurgan is definitely Baron's gonna be commenting like a motherfucker right now because he actually knows Kurgan personally, so it's pretty funny. He's gonna be talking about he's gonna want to be a guest on the show just so he can talk about his stories with Kurgan. But oh man, I don't even know who I'd bring back. Would it be messed up to say I could go many ways with this. Would it be messed up if I said the Blue Blazer?
Oh, damn, you're here twice, ain't you?
Wow, he's here twice. Cam, the bad read's in it twice.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it. Oh, here we go. What's new with Mr. Jackson?
They're pretty close. They're pretty
Thoughts on Kenta signing in Japan? You know,
wrestler, great wrestler.
Wow.
Great wrestler.
The Rock is full time. Yeah. The Rock can carry a lot of people. Let's see here. 5 BYW superstars who can make it in the WWE. That's a good question. Bad read once. Deal with the echo. All right. Bear with us, folks. 5 BYW superstars that can make it in the WWE. I feel like it's got to be somebody that you just like somebody you can't say, oh yeah, he's like this guy, he's like that guy. So if I could think of 5 people I would put in the WWE from BYW, I could say Special Jack.
Jack, hands down.
Obviously the three of us would be, we could do pretty good. Even though, you could probably say, like, I'm similar to CM Punk and Jericho. You can say Kansas familiar to Rocky Flair. Reed.
Bad Reed reminds me of a lot of people.
Yeah.
He reminds me a little bit of Shawn Michaels, reminds me a lot of Shelton Benjamin.
The attire he wore for his match with Cage, it kind of reminded me of, like, Shawn Michaels and Kurgan having a kid, but in a good way. It was just like, that was awesome. With the tie-dye shorts, I thought that was creative because you don't see people in BYW wearing like in-ring professional in-ring gear.
Oh yeah. Another thought on that. On the marks once again. Not marks, but smarks. They think they know everything. You know what I'm saying? They want to say, 1 second real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
But we need a drum roll for this.
So they want to say that I'm gay, I'm feminine for wearing the tights that I'll wear. I'll keep on wearing them.
There you go.
Because I look damn good in them.
You pull them off well, and that's weird. They're saying that you're feminine and gay. Hold on, have you? I don't know. He's a little feminine, known as lips. You know, I mean,
right.
I'm not gonna lie. I look as fruity as a popsicle. You know, but I'm surprised they're telling you about the tie-dye.
Yeah, and let me tell you something about a little problem that I've been having. And it's gonna get a little personal. I'm not gonna name it because you got him on his head. I ain't gonna name him. But there's some people other backyard wrestling that think that Brother Clan is doing more with his mouth than on camera. And I think that's not. I think for the fact that I'm promoting a company that deserves to be promoted, promoting superstars that deserve to be promoted, I don't think I should be talked about when I come here to wrestle, especially when I fight for 2 people to get in the main event, and they show me some as if they think I did nothing, as if I tried to give myself everything. When it comes down to you, CJE, for that matter, I kind of get what's left over. You can ask Eric. We kind of get what's left over. We don't really. We make sure everybody else is. We put hours of time into us. You got to build around everybody else. So anybody outside of you who's really got a problem with that, you can suck my dick because I'm doing what I got to do and to make it look good. God bless America, and that was the 5 alarm sounder.
And it was 12:36 a.m. They had the CredeCast, the second edition. you're just tuning in now, my guest at this time is the baseball cap is none other than the Bad Read, the franchise of the BEW. You know, that's once again I want to say thank you both for giving me this time. I know I couldn't really do it myself here with I don't know what the hell I have a 103, but funniest thing is my mom says, "Oh, you're fine." Which WWE superstar would you think is good and on them with the mic? It's gonna be exactly the same. You know, Jericho, Wyatt. In a funny way, Roman Reigns.
Believe it or not, let me speak on Roman Reigns. I actually like Roman Reigns. I just think they're trying to overdo it. They gotta like relax. I don't want to like kill this guy. This guy's a good dude. I don't want to I don't want people to get bored of him like they got kind of fast. You know what I mean? You don't want to overdo it. Roman Reigns, he kind of reminds me of ruthless aggression Undertaker on the mic. What he says, like they said the time on SmackDown, you know, kick you a poop and kiss an ass or some shit like that. I was there's some shit I'm gonna say.
Undertaker probably wrote it. You know, we're getting a request from the comments for Mr. Reed to fix the echo on the mic. I think it's probably I think he went to a new account. So, I think on the I don't know if you've seen the comments on YouTube or not. You know, let's. Barron says Stone Cold. Rackler says Carlito and Sting. They bring back.
Honestly, I'm not gonna be rude here, but are we talking backyard wrestling or fucking WWE? Like, can we talk about what's happening going on in our fucking circle?
Let's talk backyard wrestling.
Yeah.
That's what we
Good point. All right, so let's see. I mean, there's quite a bunch going on so far as far as the backyard wrestling community. We got EW Mania. We got a big, you know, just so much tension that you can cut it with a knife between not only the Bad Read and Cage, but also the Bad Read and 47. All Out Survival just took place, and my in-ring career is done, but I'll still be here on the podcast. So if anybody in the comments can, you know, the questions, we're going to try to dim it down with the WWE, and we're going to try to, you know, ask more questions about backyard wrestling, because that's kind of like Cameron said, that's, you know, what we do, you know, we know a lot more about that. So
once again, follow the Bad Read on Twitter at the Bad Read.
You could also follow me on Twitter at _BrotherCam.
And you can follow me at Self Supremacy.
You can follow this page at UWA, all capitals.
And also you can follow Chico at Dirty Chico at Chico 737.
Or you can follow BEW Network.
Hey, I was gonna plug that one. Yes, you can follow at BEW.
Almost 2,000 subscribers. I mean, not subscribers, but followers. So we're about 40 away.
And I know Suicide Bomb is on Twitter now.
I'm trying to tell the guy he needs to change his picture. He has no picture. I'm trying to tell him.
Got the green egg. Let me talk about this motherfucker. This BYW me. Okay, you want to call me an 80s black guy? Well, guess what? I'll be an 80s black guy. An 80s black guy, my foot in my goddamn throat. No, I'm joking. I actually like him.
I was about to say, you want to come in and
Backyard Wrestling Memes. Backyard Wrestling Memes. A.K.A. Mark Williams.
Yeah, right? Oh, man. I'm waiting for him to cut one off on Flash and, you know, all the people who've been bashing lately, you know, I should say shooting on.
Hey, Mark, we won't tell nobody.
Yeah, right? Oh, wait, we got 5 viewers.
But thank you for the meme on me. I appreciate that one. It is true.
It is true. Yeah, I saw that one. That was the one where he said, like, you know, he thought Cage was the best BYW star, and then this guy comes in a retro, you know, pardon my new terms, but a retro Bad Read living in, and I'm just like, wow. So this guy definitely knows his stuff. Whoever it is.
Let me tell you what, though. Mark Williams is one tall son of a bitch. That motherfucker is tall, and he's only 14.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, somebody asked the question if PYW superstars making a big time in the pros. I said Special Jack. I said the three of us without question. I feel like the people that have like a more original twist in it should also be involved. So I would say, for that matter, if it's never been done before in the pros, the Morse suit has never been done, so I could definitely see Dave being involved, or Hazard. I could see
mystery from PCW.
Yes.
Which myself, I've actually played that character a lot.
Wow.
You know what, though? I this is another perfect mystery, Hazard, whoever else doesn't know. I think Daisy is the best one to do it. Because I don't do the short. The shorts take away from the uniform.
Oh, yeah, the pink.
I don't care if I got more across my ass. I don't care if people see my job. That's why you stuff in it just don't care. So it don't hurt. But still.
Yeah, but those are pretty much the people. And then seeing Litz, that's another guy that could probably push things up a bit as well.
Litz and Stardust should be a team.
Oh, God, can you imagine that? That's just something that you would not want to.
What we got here.
No, honestly, I think Lips is unique. Yeah, I think it's unique. You don't see it done in backyard wrestling. People can say what they want to say, but hey, have you done it? No.
All right, so we got a question for you. ECW Wrestling, which is my good old buddy Mark Williams, asks, who are, in your opinion, Battery, top 10 backyard wrestlers today?
Wow.
10? That's
number 1. Me. Number 2 will probably have to be for number 2 is Cage. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Honestly, I'm joking. That was a big joke. Honestly, the number 1 guy in backyard wrestling today is Cage. Because, he has the mic and he has the in-ring ability. He has the whole package. But if you want to talk about someone that's just like right there, just at his fucking neck, it's me.
Yeah, that's a good bet.
But no, my top 10 in no particular order. If I don't put your name in here, it's because you're not in the top 10. Because, the Bad Reed has a wrestling mind and the Bad Reed knows his shit, you know what I'm saying? So,
Pause, mate.
I would say I have to put people in different categories as far as mic-wise, as far as in-ring-wise, and as far as gimmick-wise.
All right.
If I had to go the mic-wise way, I would have to put AK-47 in my top 10.
All right.
Cage in my top 10 on mic.
That would definitely be in mine as well.
Chris Copeland, top 10.
Yeah, that motherfucker can talk.
The brother man with the master plan, of course, is in my top 10.
Well, thank you. I know he's very good. He's very good.
Mark Williams would be in my top 10.
He's probably very happy to hear that.
And on the mic.
Well, yeah.
Oh, who else I want to say? I'd put myself in there, but I'd put myself at like number 10 on the mic. And I'm going to be completely honest on that, like not nowhere near the top, you know what I'm saying? Who else would I have to put in that category? Thinking a guy named Jeffrey Shadows. People don't know him like that.
It's like your dark horse.
Of course, Matthew knows him because he knows fucking everyone, even people I don't freaking know. Who else would I put in my top 10 for mic work? Tommy Mason from PCW. Can cut some pretty good freaking promos. This may come as a surprise to you, but on a good day, lights out, he can cut a pretty good promo. But I wouldn't say as a face. I would have to say as a heel. If he's a heel, then I would put him in my top 10 on the mic. Suicide Bomber definitely not is not in my top 10 on the mic.
It's not. It's not.
Definitely not. I'm trying to think, like, that last spot will have to go to Mr. Drew Hood.
Yo, he's good.
It's just his voice.
Yeah.
He's not believable. He's not believable. It's just, you know.
Yeah.
If he had a voice that matched him, his body, you know, he's 6'2", he sounds like Jason Walker. 5'4", what, 80 pounds?
Yeah. Jason Walker, aka the Jervis Catch of backyard wrestling. And, you know, when Walker cut that promo, I was like, well, shit, you know, he means business. Like, he's crossing the lines that you just don't normally cross in BYW. You know, mentioning boiling matches. When me and Cameron were watching that, we were like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, you know, and then
I'll tell you that right now.
Hood one-upped it, and then all of a sudden they started talking. I'm like, oh, man, great job, but the voice just, the camera was just like, yeah, you can, you know, go to the next video. But it was funny.
In ring, you don't have to say. Just name
my top 10, gimmick-wise. Now, that's the 2 out of the 3. Definitely Lips is going to be in there because it's a unique character.
Thank you very much.
Daisy, of course, is in there because Daisy's awesome. Hazard is in there. Hazard's awesome. Bama Kid is in there. Mystery's in there.
Yeah.
Besides Black Crow, my main man from BW's got to be in there. Who else am I going to put in there? Special Jack, of course. Special Jack's got to be in there.
I would say Steel Rick too, but I would say Steel Rick too.
I'm trying to think of the other guy's name from UW. You got to put him in there. It's like YN.
Insanity.
Yes, Insanity. Yes.
You'd be very happy to hear that.
My other 2 would have to be Major Brown from KBW. He had a pretty good freaking gimmick. The Sergeant gimmick.
I remember
And Chris Copeland would have to be on there too because, you know, he sells his gimmick very well, you know.
That's awesome.
Those are my top 10 gimmick-wise. Now, in-ring-wise, of course I think I'm the best in-ring wrestler in backyard wrestling.
All right.
But, you know, myself, Jack Andrews will be in there. Cameron Jackson, of course, will be in there. Chris Copeland, Cage, that's 5. AK-47, that's 6. Tommy Mason, he's so underrated.
Yes, he is. I was like kind of blown away by what he did. I was like, that's good shit.
So underrated. Then I got 3 more left to mention in ring wise. Who would I? Chris Payne from HPTW, about the only talented guy in that freaking company. Chris Payne. Right. Let's see, we got 2 more guys in ring, like top 10. Wow. Jeffrey Shadows would be in my top 10. I mean, even though he wrestles with little kids, you know the guy has loads and loads of potential. And then the last guy we'll have to put in, but that whole thing was in no particular order. The last guy we'll have to put in ring wise is because, you know, some people I look at the way, I don't know, just because I know a lot about pro wrestling, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when I watch someone's match, I kind of look at if they're putting their headlock on the right side. And every freaking company I watch executes the headlock freaking wrong. And I like instantly want to stop watching the video from there. Okay, let me give you guys a lesson real quick before. I'm not trying to be your teacher or nothing, but in pro wrestling, I'm currently training right now. So in pro wrestling, everything is done on the left side. Headlock, left side. When you do a headlock, you're supposed to have your right leg out. But I'm not going to sit here and try to be no trainer. Everything, Irish whip, left side. Headlock, arm wrench, hammer lock. Everything, left side. Never use the right side. Everyone watching this video, I think everyone in backyard wrestling needs to sit here and have a conference because everything is done on the left side in pro wrestling because every time I put on a video, it's always the right side, and I was like, these about some dumb motherfuckers. But I can't bag on them too much because before I knew anything, I would put the headlock on my right side as well. I mean, it's the right arm. Everybody, almost everyone's right-handed, so you're like, you probably think that it's on the right side, but to find out everything's done on the left side. So when I watch your videos, if I see a headlock on the left side, I'm instantly going to keep continuing to watch the video because I'm going to think you know what you're doing in that ring. So if you apply a headlock on the right side, I'll probably click off the video. I won't dislike it because I'm not that type of person. I don't dislike anyone's videos. I think it's very childish. If I don't like it, I'll just stop watching it. And that's basically that's the history lesson with the bad read today.
Yeah, right.
But but this last person for this top 10. Top 10. I would say Jason Walker, but he'd be the top 10 worst in backyard wrestling. So.
Oh man. Coming up next, we got guest on the CredeCast, Jason. Can you imagine?
No, but last guy, Bulldozer from KBW. Bulldozer's talented.
Yeah.
He can move for a freaking big guy.
He can. One of my favorites. Can you all hit the comment?
Oh, sure.
But before you guys read this comment off, Everett Creed, watching your survival match.
Oh boy.
You proved to me that you're better. That you can when it's on the line, when push comes to shove, you can put on a great match.
Yeah.
And you can.
Thank you very much.
You won't choke under pressure, and you proved that working with Cameron Jackson, who's probably the best in UWE. You proved you are as well one of the best in UWE.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Great match, guys. Great match.
Good stuff, man.
Oh man.
The code breaker at the end was fucking awesome. That's all I gotta say. That code breaker sold the whole match for me. Like the code breaker with the backflip sell off of it, I was like, yeah.
That was all him there. But the funniest part was, and Cameron, he's a tagger. So I was kind of prepared for it because there's matches me and Cam had where I wasn't prepared for the tags. But this one I was kind of ready. I'm just taking them. I'm like eating them. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. So the best part of my favorite part of the match was the very beginning, and I countered the Undertaker clothesline he does in the corner, and where he hits the first one and then he misses the second one, and I have my arm over myself and then I tag him and I feel bad. This here just, and even Rick is the ref. He's like, and the best part is you can't hear it on the video, but everybody hears me going, sorry, and they're just all cracking up, and I'm just like, what? I'll give it to him. Like, at the arm, and I just go all out with that Fred Flintstone run. Goes, it sold everybody. And I'm just like, what the hell am I now? Go for the kick, and then he gets me one good on the face. And this UWE could have been UWE's last show because he throws me into the. I'm like, John, throw me into the fence, right? So he throws me in the fence. I jump, and I go full body force into that fence, and you just see him move, and I'm like, oh, my dad saw that. This ain't gonna. And I see him, and he's just like. And he walks away. And I was just cracking up and like, keep it going. And that's where, Rick was like, bending down, and he was talking to me. He was like, he was thinking, oh, Everett, are you okay? Tell me, Ev, you're a fucking idiot. I'm like, how's the fence? Like, Ev, you're a fucking idiot. I was afraid I was going to turn down and turn around. The fence was there. But that was one of my favorite matches that I've ever done, and I felt the emotion. Mr. Reed, what did you think of my finisher? Is the high angle clover leaf? I call it the Genesis device, and we came up with the spot a couple weeks ago. What did you think of when I had him where his head was stuck in the spring of the trampoline, and I was just
gosh, I was wondering how freaking Cameron Jackson was stretching. I was like, this dude's got to be in an immense amount of pain. Sorry about that. Calling my words. But no, it was a great match. I love that maneuver you applied on him when you had him stuck in between the springs of the trampoline. Literally, like, in between the springs of the trampoline. That was good, but an experience I want to share with you guys today, not to cut you guys off.
You're good, man.
Saturday I had a show in UHW, which is in ring. I took my first superplex off the top rope. I also took my first power bomb, sit out Batista style power bomb. So in that match, I'll give you guys a link to it. Probably went through the most pain than I've ever went in backyard wrestling.
I feel like I got a 103 season. You're probably aching more than I am. Like, that just sounds like hell. Superplex is not fun. I mean, everybody thinks like, oh, the superplex. Like, oh, what a, the reality of that is hell. Because of those rings, man, they are not anything like a trampoline. That shit is rough. I mean, that is just not good.
Yep. And I won the match, though. Came out with an exploding running high knee that I do better than Daniel Bryan.
There you go.
I got so much air. I did like a 360 in there. It was ridiculous. Like 2 steps and like I was like at the guy's head.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, that was amazing. Now, going back to the top 10 BYW, if I put in my, I'm going to go for just gimmicks because, that's really my specialty. That's really where I try to aim for the most. I mean, yeah, I'm going to put Litz and Disney in the map, but there's been a couple others that really grabbed my attention. They haven't even made their debut. One of them being Steel Rick. There's others that made their debut that are incredible in my opinion. Special Jack, definitely Captain they're not even known within the BYW community, but in OTW, which is in Ohio, there's this group of
Oh my God, I forgot about OTW. Scratch that. In my top 10. In my top 10, I would have to put Dexter White in there. That guy is amazing. Jonathan Soul as well is amazing. Those 2 guys. Dexter White will be in the top 10 gimmick as well.
Yes.
Dexter White is awesome.
I had a top 10. To me, in backyard wrestling, you don't really have to be all that good. If you got me hooked in from day one, then you're automatically. Like, I can just ramble off my favorite. I'm not going to put them in order. But, Chad Reeves in there, Chris Copeland's in there, Mr. 47's in there, Big Time Mike is in there.
Oh, yeah.
You got Lips Dave.
Oh, Talkers. Big Time Mike.
No, believe it or not, for some reason, I don't know what it is about this certain backyard wrestler that catches my eye. It's a special Jack. I mean, obviously the fact that it makes you laugh, but it also you want to see this guy do good. Mark Williams is also a shoot artist, and to cap it off, this is outside UW characters, because I'll be biased there. But outside UW characters, I honestly gotta say one person that's always had something to make me like, damn, why the fuck do I keep watching this shit? Has had to be Austin G for me. It's just the way he talks. I just want to be like, oh, I want to
the punch combos and knows themselves.
Get back to the comments. We gotta
we gotta really. In gimmicks for me, the conductor Johnny Grimm. Back here, BWE, Eagles ran by Mr. Block Steph. Bad Reed, Cameron Jackson, Daniel Cage, Zach Hutchinson, nice. Tyler Atkins, David Freed. Executor, not good job. I feel like he don't get shit. Lips, yeah, I mean, Bad Reed, I was thinking Shadows as well. Well, it depends on, what it's
Well, speaking of VTW, I'm not 100% sold on them just yet.
I know.
We got a question.
One thing, I know it's a big pet peeve of mine. They put their headlocks on the wrong side as well.
That's awesome. Ratcliffe comes up with one of the best questions. What do you think about White versus White, aka Dexter White versus the White? And I thought that stole the show on Homecoming.
It did. It did. It did.
Wasn't even a
match.
It just stole the show. Just everything about it just told such $1 million story, and I love it.
The only problem I had with Homecoming is the fact that a lot of it ended with submissions. A lot. You know, it's all right to have, you know, 1, 2, maybe like guys. But then when you got like 3 in a row, like something.
The best part was I watched the first 2, and all of a sudden I had a call coming from a different agent. So I go outside and I take the call, and you know I'm talking to her and all that, and all of a sudden the third match goes on.
There was 2 people that ended in submission.
Yeah, and so the best part is Cam is giving me like live commentary, but it sounds like, you know, directions to get to it. It was just like punch, okay, Irish whip, power slam. You know, it was just like I was cracking up, and it was just like, you know, what was the move they kept doing? I think it was the armbar, and you know, it was the armbar, and then all of a sudden, you know, and like, okay, punch, combat punch, submission, it's over. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, no, it was great. Man. I was cracking up the whole time. But Ace Moon, man, the spot was $1 million. What a heel move, too. I'm not gonna lie though, I wasn't a big fan of his opponent, but you know,
it was like
I felt like he didn't do a good job counting the baby.
Everyday douchebag thing that you don't do as a face.
And we have people that do that, or used to do that, or you know, they've done it some in their career. Yeah, more so used to do it, but you know, it's just like that's a no-go. You know, they act as the baby. Stone Cold, that's one. We break barriers, but we're not the WWE to do that.
That's what everybody says. We get leaned on it so much, particularly us two here by these guys. We're backyard wrestling. Of course, we know what backyard wrestling is. We don't want backyard wrestling product on fucking YouTube. So
thank you. Yeah, it's not always about the wrestling. You gotta have every aspect. You gotta have those outside characters, those outside the box characters. In the UWE's case, you gotta have Dave. You gotta have Lips. You gotta have the Dirty Boys. And honestly, if it wasn't for those guys, and we just had, you know, regular characters running the show, nothing would grab your attention. You know, you'd say UWE, but who do you remember? Besides, you know, you might remember Jackson and Creed, but you don't remember anybody. You know, now when you think you think Jackson and Creed, but you also think Lips. You think these, you know, you think of any Fed that stands out. What stands out is the outside the box character, the side shows. I like to call. I trademarked that with Side Shed Bob from The Simpsons. So if that starts becoming a big trend, Simpsons, you deserve the credit there. But let's see what we got in the top 10 best BYW.
Adrenaline and High Voltage. Actually, where is all?
Adrenaline, yeah. Might have got my feet.
I'm Black Seth and Earl Sweat.
Yeah.
I would like to say anybody who's anybody get out the box and say Jackson and Creed.
I put that up there.
And Cage.
That's my number one right there.
And another one that's going Bad Reed 47.
That's getting up there too.
Mark Williams and Flash.
I feel like excuse me. I feel like Reed and Cage is like, I don't like to compare it to WWE, but that's like your Rock Cena, and then Reed 47 is like your Rock and Punk, because with Reed and Cage, it was kind of like you had, you had kind of BYW's past and BYW's future, and it just told that story of like, you know, this is going to be monumental. Where Reed and 47, it's kind of like more of a personal thing. You got involved in my shit, bro. Like, you know, that ain't cool. That ain't cool. And I just felt like a 90s stereotypical kid on the block, but, you know, man.
All right, listen, let me tell you something. I'm gonna CredeCast it every day. I think it's a special guest. Every day, but every Monday, it's a special guest at 110. Bad Reed, are you here?
I'm right here.
All right. At 110 to just to get the New York feel, you're gonna cut a 100 and 10th Street promo on each other. So every at 110, I want you to cut the best promo you can on the Bad Read. And the Bad Read at 110, I want you to cut the best promo you can on the Self Supremacy every free, just for free.
Reed is going to tell me this. I got a 103 right now. Like, yeah, that's
Just for fun.
All right, yeah, that's going to be good. I'm looking forward to that. 4 minutes. And we're down a viewer. So get the viewers back again. Radcliffe, do your thing. Bad Reed, Naked 47, Cameron Jackson, number 3, Black Seth, and
Hey, one quick question to you, Cameron Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Am I a heel in this promo or am I a face in this promo?
Great question.
Flip a coin.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll do it where if it lands on heads, I'll be the heel, Reed's the face, tails, Reed's the heel, and I'm the baby.
All right, let's do it.
Double-sided.
It's double-sided coin.
All right, Two-Face.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you wanna so I can burn half your body down? It's heads? Alright, so that means I am the heel and Reed is the baby. Alright.
Sorry, guys, if I'm...
3 minutes.
11. Well, actually, I'll begin it. We'll play it like I've been talking trash. You've been talking something about like AK, and all of a sudden now my music hits. I walk out to the trampoline. We get in the ring. We stare down like words in about 120 seconds. Oh man, you're gonna kick my ass in this thing because I'm not 100%. This is why I wanted to hold off the cast. I knew I was gonna lose.
You can't get that.
Caleb Crush and Flash.
Oh, I know. That's from
Fuck Caleb Crutch.
All right.
Here we go.
He's a scrawny 60-pound piece of shit.
All right.
Now Flash is the only talent in that fucking company, and it's ridiculous. If I actually went and wrestled in their company, if you want to go to ETW, dominated every person there because they're all suckish, cow manure, trash, spoiled food, spoiled milk, cereal.
Trash bag,
expired molded bread.
Expired mold? It's already expired.
We're gonna come back to him. He's gonna be talking about, the Bills beat last year. Old liquor. Rotten cheese. Tampons.
Used. So I'm gonna do the promo and the Bad Read. I really believe that what everybody should be talking about is Ever Creed, because I believe that he has what it takes to be the big fucking thing.
Now, let me say something here. I know that Joe and Quagmire got my back in the situation because I was over there. Everett Creed is what the Spanish call El Terrible. And I was taking a bath, and Peter took the giraffe and knocked him into my house. And I went down. Now. It's all good. My name is Peter Brown.
How am I supposed to take it from there? Like I gotta get on the mic now after that. I gotta
3, 2, 1, go time.
Alright, go first. Yeah, I told you. Alright, here we go. I just had to come out here and I just had to get some things off of my chest. Everybody here in the backyard wrestling community is talking about two people, two figures. One being Cage, and the other being the Bad Read. And even for the people paying a little bit of extra attention, they're starting to take recognition of AK-47. Well, here's my point of view. My point of view is that my career in the UWE is over. But that doesn't mean that Everett Creed can step foot on enemy territory. And that is why at BEW Mania, if that is what your most star-studded program of the year actually is, I want to propose an offer to you. I want to propose to determine who really is the best of all time, because in my opinion, and anybody that actually pays attention to the UW realizes that I am the best, that I am the most talked about in UWE, and once I put the Bad Reed out of his misery, and I put the pair of night chains on the Bad Reed, he will know that the supremacy is now before you.
That's my turn.
Yeah, you're.
You see, Everett Creed, ever since I stepped foot in the backyard wrestling world, my number one option was not to fit into any person's mold, and I'm fitting into my own mode, because as long as the Bad Reed's happy, everything is copacetic, and that's how it's going to be from here on out. But if you think you're going to step in my world and beat the Bad Reed at his own game, you must be out your mind, because I'll beat your ass so bad that lips will feel it. But I'm not done yet, you see. No, I'm not done yet.
He ain't done.
I think that's disrespectful if I cut a 25-second promo on you. It's like, wow, is he really like nothing like I always imagined him to be? But honestly, I'm the top thing going in backyard wrestling, and there's no one stopping me, not even baby boy Everett Creed.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, at BEW Mania. You will see the Bad Reed versus Everett Creed. Fans who won that promo. Let's see. Tony Cole and Zero Feltzer, Nitro Montana. He's just throwing out names, man.
Next thing you know, you're going to see fucking
Piccolo and Bret Favre. You know, I was thinking the same thing myself. They went at it in the ball pit chamber. Oh, man. All right, guys, who do you think won that altercation between myself, Everett Creed, and the Bad Reed? Reed versus Creed. Man, that could sell. That could make money. Reed versus Creed could make money. You know, that just sounds like a headliner right there.
Let's go. Y'all ain't commenting fast enough. Y'all pissing me off.
I'll piss him off. Let's see what we got in the comment section. Tony Cole and Zero Feltzer. All right. Which one?
Tony Cole sounds like Michael Cole's little brother.
Yeah, right.
And Zero Feltzer sounds like something you buy at the store. You know what I mean?
Zero Feltzer. You know, your freezer ain't working too right. You gotta buy some Zero Feltzer. You know.
I feel like some shit you do to make your car run right.
My little brother's wrestling name was Autofix before he became Minister Sherwood. Autofix, that sounded like a goddamn car insurance. You know,
where is Minister Sherwood right now?
He's in bed sleeping.
Uh-oh.
BW says the Bad Reed was victorious. I would definitely agree. I think Reed got the better of that one on this occasion.
People tell me who won. I'll tell you what I think.
Oh boy. Yeah, let's see. We're down to 2 viewers. So really, we don't have to wait for one. I think it's Black Seth and Matt Rick. Yeah, Baron's gone. The Bad Reed, Tyler Reed, Everett Creed, Assassin's Creed, Mojo Rally Creed.
Oh, you're going back up.
Oh, now, wow. Probably some kind of refresh. Okay. I gotta see how much they was last. But as far as All Out Survival goes, I'll give you my intake. Because I haven't really been talking about All Out Survival much. I thought Dirty Chico and Rick Rios, I thought it was alright. But then once it's not fully edited and commentated, I definitely think that was a very good highlight match. I think the replays really told the story of how DeChico, was more dominant in the match, but yet Rick still, by a hair won the match. And that was what really, in my opinion, told a great story. The Coliseum. How shocked was everybody when Lips got eliminated by Dirty Dave? That was. It's just like, wow, I had him winning the goddamn match, and I would say less than half, a little more than halfway in, he's gone.
Daisy ain't last 2 seconds.
Daisy lasted shorter than Santino Morella,
That's gonna be a beatable record anyway.
No, Daisy's got that record, and he's got it in the bag. He didn't get fully in the ring.
Yeah, he did. That's the worst part about it. That got in there,
And TJ got out, like a bolt of lightning. Reed won. Adrenaline's Reed won.
Matthew, tell us who you think won. I don't care about you saying hi, Matthew.
I think he did say he won. Oh, no, he did not. All right, so Adrenaline's here. That means, all right, Reed won the competition. Yes, we got 2 for Reed right now. Let's see, who did we hear from? We heard from Mike Seth. We heard from Adrenaline. We need to hear from Mr. Matthew. BCW. What Mark Williams rant was better? What Mark Williams rant was the better one on Flash, or the one on Steven Marino Jr.? Oh, which one was better? Marino.
Yeah, word, yes. But Mark, you're gonna tell us who won, bitch.
I would have to say that's tough.
I like them both. Man.
I felt like the one with Flash put him on the map, and then that really just kind of like oh, he just put himself on the map big time with that. I feel
that boycott Flash.
Boycott Flash. Yeah, that was huge. That was really that shook up the place. Here we go. I think he said something. No, I don't know. Yeah. So if I had to pick, the one with Steven Marino was awesome, but if I had to think of what would put you on the map, I would definitely say the Flash, because the first one always, that's the one that was.
You see her?
Yeah, that's Baron shared it.
Yeah, Baron. I want to go to Canada now.
Yeah, right. You got the juice. People are thinking we're talking about Baron right now. That's not good.
I'm thinking about the girl in the picture.
Yeah.
I'll go up there and play in the snow.
Let's go up there and play. Period.
Mr. Myron the Reed, are you there?
Arnache is.
Yes.
There he is.
All right, hold on. Now that we got this, I want to tell you who I think. We're going to go to CJE corner.
Here we go.
All right. I'm good at these prediction videos, aren't I? I'm a major asshole with this. Here we go. So when it comes down to the self-supremacist, Everett Creed, and the one that calls himself gorgeous, better than the best, the Bad Reed. Who was the winner? Well, Brother Man knows. But is Brother Man going to tell you? Because when it comes down to who is, that don't mean a damn thing. But what does matter is that you're all tuning in, and you all get to listen, and you all get to sit and watch and see me say this line right here. How'd it go? Follow. But nah, that cannot be it. That ain't it. No. Oh. Welcome to Raw. And that's not it, man. That's not it. Welcome to CJE. That is Jackson Entertainment, your #1 stop entertainment for the backyard wrestling fix. I am the founder, chairman, and CEO, the brother man with the master plan, Brother Cam. Don't be disappointed with me, baby. But when it comes down to who won between Everett Creed and the Bad Reed, I don't care if it's a bad read, a good book, a cookbook, a Bible, a hammock. I don't give a damn. I don't care if it's Everett Creed, the Assassin's Creed, the Mob's Creed, your wish list, your Christmas list, your diet pill, your supplements, Craigslist. Exactly. It don't matter. Because at the end of the day, I ended up losing. I lost my damn shade. I want my shade back right fucking now. And once we get my shade back, I will give you that prediction. You guys have a good show.
I was actually going to cut him off as a Let's because he's getting cut off every time. Oh man, I was going to try to see if I can clock in big time Mike for another interruption. That was hilarious.
That was the best one.
That was
hilarious. That was the best one.
Wait a minute, doesn't Chief Pantera have your shades?
Oh yeah, Chief Pantera does have my shades. They're at his house.
He was wearing them on the last episode.
Fuck you.
I just tell her.
Right, let's see what we got here on this question so we could read along.
Okay.
All right. Oh.
Mark Williams. Matt Ratcliffe says Creed wins. Matt Ratcliffe says the BW Flash put Williams on the map, I think.
Well, no. Well, let's phrase that the right way. Mark Williams put himself on the map with the Flash shoot.
That's the best way to put it.
Flash ain't do shit besides do those reviews and then talk shit about his company. That's why I understand what he's upset.
That's a good way to put it. But then again, with any shit, it's got to be for a reason. There's got to be those insubordinate bozos, if you will, that just don't do the business right. That just, either have an ego, or they're just too stupid, or they just don't know what to do.
Extremely huge teeth.
Well, that's Kevin Dunn's talking. So, it's that you need something like that to influence a shoot. Take it from a guy that's been a fan of people doing shoots all around. Whether it be Mark Williams, whether it be CM Punk, whether it be Cameron Jackson, whether it be the original Stone Cold Steve Austin. You need a reason to have the shoot, and that's the best part. You light somebody up.
Oh, no, I'm gonna have it.
It lights the bitch up.
I have a shoot, but I want to make sure my problems are over first. I don't want to do it when I'm in storylines.
I'm gonna cut off my fucking parents. Sorry.
I hope not.
Terrence Phillips.
All right, yeah, no. If there was one backyard wrestler that is extremely not up to par with his skills, but you would want to work with him and make him better, if you would want to sacrifice your time,
absolutely,
to make him better, who would it be?
Terrence Phillips.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay. Can it be from any company, right?
Yeah, anybody.
Okay. There's a lot of guys out there that got talent and stuff, But I can name some off the top of the head. A guy that I'd work with to help out was a kid by the name of T. Awesome.
Awesome. That's cool.
Y'all know who that is?
Yes, sir, I do.
He's good, but he's a kid. He does boneheaded stuff. But someone I want to work with so badly that just Mark freaking Williams, because
Yes.
Mark Williams has the potential, the mic skills, he has the drive, the passion for this sport, but the people in his company don't seem to give a rat's ass about anything, you know what I'm saying? So I would like to just go down there one day, rough them up, tell them how it's supposed to be done, and maybe, just maybe, BCW will be one of the elite companies because they have one of the top tier elite guys in their company, Mark Williams. Now, it's not easy. You see, Mark Williams is going to have to carry the load. I mean, you can be as good as you want to be, but if you're not rubbing your goodness, you're not rubbing your talents off on the rest of the guys in your company, it's going to take you nowhere.
Yeah, trust me, I know. I try to rub my talent from my talent.
Let's just start the rub stuff. I'm gonna put straight. But he tries
UWE has 80 subscribers now.
There we go.
We deserve a lot more. But you know what? I'm gonna take it for what it is. All those 80 motherfuckers that watch that shit. I love you guys.
Absolutely.
I thank you guys.
I feel like
goddamn it, when we hit 100, I'm gonna treat it like it's a fucking million.
I think the biggest BYW superstars are the ones that put themselves out there the most too. I mean, you know, people that like the three of us just doing this CredeCast. You know, Mark Williams, the Black Seth. You know, people that really put themselves out on the map. Those are the ones that really get out there. If you're not doing the time and you're not, you know, promoting yourself and other superstars, not getting out there in the BYW community, you're not going to be. People aren't going to pay attention.
The gun right there.
I think honestly, my comment on the
Right, go ahead.
All Out Survival stole the show and all the comments.
Yes, it did.
It had the best comment of all.
And then that dumb bitch.
Right.
Messed
Bad
up.
reads and ass. KBW's the best. Like
who is?
Oh yeah, what the hell?
I want her to watch this. You know, if she goes through our videos and finds this, I'm just going to start. This is nobody else here. This is nobody but this. Let me tell you something. I'm going to look dead in this camera. You want to sit there, you want to start problems with the bad read on our video, put our blood, our sweat, our tears, our sweat, and you want to call somebody else ass on our video when we're just enjoying the show we put on, the show that we try so fucking hard, the show that we leave our houses for, out with our fucking parents for, steal our cars for, still take money to buy the shit just to wrap around our hands for. But no, you want to call somebody else an ass because of what you feel. How about you sit your ass down, watch the fucking video, be entertained, leave a good comment, and if you're not entertained, get the fuck out.
preach, preach, brother Cam, preach.
That was Flash? Who
No, it wasn't
who was the
Flash.
person that said all that stuff? Because I deleted. I don't think I deleted Reed's comment, but I deleted.
Some
bitch.
Her name was Roslyn. She got a 90-year-old woman name.
I was just gonna say that. It sounds like the wife of a political leader that has had at least 20 affairs.
You know,
But I try
Honestly,
not.
this is my time to give each and every one a pep talk.
go ahead, bro.
When I get on YouTube each and every day, I am bored to my life. Backyard wrestling, each and every one of you need to step your game up because I want to see wrestling when I get on YouTube. And when I get on YouTube, I click on a video and it's complete cow shit. Step it up so I'll watch the show. If you do good, I'll help promote you. So, you know, all it is if you work hard, the views will come.
Well,
and we worked hard.
CredeCast, I mean, you know, that really shows that you're trying to promote us, which I really appreciate. You know, that's like any time pro athlete, going down to an indie saying this is the shit you should watch, and that's what I appreciate. You know, we just came in about 6 months ago, and we got you on here, and it just it helps us out a lot. So I definitely got to appreciate that.
But in all honesty, I'm not this huge guy. I'm just a guy that's the shit in the ring that, worked his ass off and got the push that I deserve. I've only been on YouTube for a year, so most people's been on for 4 years, and we're passing them all up, and that just shows how hard work, beats.
Well, as far as what you say about the mic, I mean, I'm a guy that, I'll be honest, I'm a guy that has a fair share of saying he's got good mic skills. I've, been doing this for years, and someone that knows how to get it. When you did the promo against me, I thought, all right, I did all right, being sick and all, but then you come back, and I'm just like, you're better than you think you are. I mean, you definitely, the fact that the key to talking good in a promo is pace, and you controlled the pace of that promo. And that's such a key thing, whether it be in BYW, whether it be in the pros, whether it be anywhere, that's a huge accolade is to control the pace of how you talk. And that is,
right.
When you did that, it was amazing. It really was. I was very impressed. And I've worked with people, whether it be online or BYW, way before UW hit YouTube. And I'm like, all right, well, this is nice. I'm carrying it. I'm looking good. But let's see competition. And now... And this guy.
The other thing about when it comes down to me, the thing that goes through my head is, I know it's hard to think, but that's kind of what you have to do. When something's going off, you're just going to go with it. Because once you start trying to, that's when you start saying, you start jumping over words. But it's also the intensity that you put into it. Like me, I'm always usually loud. I wasn't loud when I was talking before because people are sleeping, but like I'm always loud. I'm always outspoken. I'm always trying to make sure that the person knows or knows what I'm feeling at the time. Whether I'm trying to be an asshole, whether I'm trying to be funny, whether I'm trying to be serious, i.e., I had this. I mean, that's how it is. It's emotion that you feel, and like you said, pace as well.
Yeah, that's very key. And the fact is that, people got to learn how to, also the tempo, the range. Sometimes you got to, depending on what your attitude is, you got to go, really, you want to make a point, and you're trying to stand up for yourself, you're going to be a lot louder. When you know you're better and when you know you're on top of the mountain, you talk low. You talk, especially as a heel. The heel, the best that did it was Jericho. That's why I loved it. Sounded like Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men. Just talk slowly, methodically. And that's what I wanted to do with Creed. But the best part about it is, Cameron gives me a good wacko, and then it snaps. All of a sudden, I gotta prove myself. And then it cost me about $120 Ray-Bans, but I got the point across.
That's the thing I'm known for. I'm known for pushing people that haven't been pushed in a long time, especially in ring. Because I can't give it away, but I think I do the best job of pushing people that haven't been pushed. I feel like you guys do a good job of giving me back. You know what I mean? But I think I'm the guy here. Like every Creed, sounds like that on the mic.
No.
The second I hit the you, it's just like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. The best part is I'll give you a spoiler. We did a show, not this last Sunday, and Cam's got this awesome DJ system, and you can change the volume, tempo, everything. So, keyword is tempo. You can change the tempo. And Licks is coming out, and all of a sudden he ups the tempo, and I'm like, all right, gotta do this with promo. Here we go. And I hear, the tempo, really up. But it works. But I'm still in the head saying, we'll wait and see. I come out there, and Cameron's laughing his ass off because I'm just like, oh, and then the best part is, Jay-Z comes out as well. I do the same thing. I give him the funniest thing I've ever, thought.
Lips and Daisy probably stole the show, besides one other match.
I agree. I definitely thought that there was a lot of, we did Road to Destruction, which is our next CPB event, and I think you mentioned earlier about looking forward to watching Rick Rios and Nick Somas in the main event of Ultimate Redemption. Well, Rios has got to get through the Championship Chamber first, because that is for the title. This is a match where you're going to see at least 6 superstars competing, and it's going to be pretty much Royal Rumble rules again, but the only difference is, instead of, in order to win, you got to throw your opponent outside the trampoline, you gotta throw them in that pool, aka the Championship Chamber. We don't call it a pool because it sounds a little kiddie. So we call it the Chamber, and it's a match you're definitely gonna want to see. Very exciting, very entertaining, and I feel a lot of people will be sad.
Yeah, I mean, we had a little complications that day, but after we went over it, we're confident in it now.
Yeah.
That was going to be the last road.
Yeah.
But now just one that we
might go on twice a year,
something that we never really have a good hand with. It just always comes out.
Yeah.
Better than
every time. And like, because you got Cameron and myself, 2 people running the league, and then sometimes it's one thing when you're arguing with somebody that doesn't know what they're talking about. So, it's kind of like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about, you don't, shut the hell up, sit down, be a good boy. But when people in the league kind of arguing, and you both know you're both right, it's just kind of like, shit. So, I took the phrase of, I took my ball and went home, and instead, I took my ball and went upstairs. Like, it was the funniest thing. I come down and I see the match, and I'm like, all right, I'll come down and watch it, and then, the rest is the rest. But it turned out pretty good. It turned out very, very exciting. And, as far as All Out Survival goes, me and Cameron definitely put on a clinic. And are you going to see every Creed again? I mean, it doesn't look like it. I mean, Cameron got the win, and Creed pretty much got the last laugh. I forgot who said it. Like, I think it was Rackman. Not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but somebody said, oh, no, it was adrenaline. He said, Jackson got the win. Yes, CJE beat over Creed, but Creed got the last laugh. And it's just kind of like, you can take that one of 2 ways, because it's wrestling. How many times has Mick Foley retired and he left for like 6 weeks? So whether Creed's done for good or Creed's coming back in time, it's just like it ended well either way.
And not to give too much of a spoiler, or it is kind of a spoiler. Yeah, I will say that the days of seeing Cameron Jackson and Everett Green pretty much. I don't want to use that word. Pretty much dictate how entertaining the show is.
Yeah.
Those days are numbered. I mean, we'll still be here, but we don't know how much longer Cameron Jackson is trying to pull the weight. We don't know how much longer it is. Forever. You don't even see Everett Green. You see Everett Lips, but I mean, there'll be some days where Cameron Jackson or Everett Green will be there. Some days he will just be a part of the show playing. That's us spreading the spotlight.
Cameron and Creed are survival set the pace, set the bar, and we just told everybody in the back, you gotta match up to this and you gotta beat this. But don't look at it as you gotta top Jackson Creed. You just gotta do it in your own way, and then that's what'll happen. And that's the best example. Myself and Cameron, on YouTube, this is our first Ultimate Redemption, but, really, in real life, this is our fourth. So, me and Cameron went at it at Ultimate Redemption 2, which was definitely the most emotional match in UW history because that was going to be the last one, and, I hacked the UW account. Little did you know, the rabbit hacks for Daisy were originally meant for Creed. Hack the UW account and tell them when Cameron Jackson's leaving. And we realized, without Jackson, you can't have WWE. And if you can't have Creed, you can't have WWE, especially at that time. So we go on last, even after the world title match. And we didn't know the ending. We didn't know. Originally Cameron was going to win, then I was going to win, and then we left it at both guys. So we're just, almost in tears throughout the match, and we're just going at it and just, really beating the hell out of each other. And then there's one point, and we're just like, we got to make a decision. I said, all right, I got an idea. I'll hit my submission at the time. Wasn't the Genesis, but I hit my submission at the time. Kind of the sharpshooter will make it look good. You got it. So he gives me the pad, thanks me a lot. I said, don't worry about it. By the way, here's the next spot. And match ended, I tapped out. This was the most emotional backyard wrestling moment of my life because I'm in pain, I'm aching, I'm, as is Cameron. And I'm tapping out, and I'm down. Creed is down. And he ain't getting up. Jackson goes away, he celebrates, works back over, and pretty much picks me up, my lifeless body up with a handshake. And it felt like, in a way, storyline-wise, and in some real-life occasions, it buried the hatchet. And we just shared that moment, and then, gave me the good pat, good send-off. And then after he leaves, I drop down to my knees, and I black out. I'm done. I'm out cold. I wake up, the next thing I see is my friend, is Angie, the same girl I was on the phone with, almost in tears, wondering if I'm okay, if I'm going to pretty much even move it. And all of a sudden, that began like our friendship, and then all of a sudden everybody else is like coming down there, applauding, and then my mom and dad come down in tears. They're like, I can't believe you let Cameron won. It was just like a big family occasion. And then, Andrew, who's the cameraman, turns on the camera and says, he gets all the emotion. So he's getting me in tears with my dad, really just getting emotional. Me hugging TJ, because me and TJ were like day one, me and him were the beginning. And then Rick came involved. And it was just really emotional. And then all of a sudden, we take the bow, we're all in the ring, and then, my dad's music hits, and he does the bow. And then me and Cameron, we were just talking about it. It's hard. But, we just break. And it was just, it shows. This is not just a team. It's a group, it's a clique, it's a family. And it's one of the best things that has ever happened.
In my life, too, which is why, I can get pissed off with certain superstars about saying things about me, but that's the reason why I still write them. I still ask them. I still fight for them to have it. It's because it's family. Like I've been in their dark.
By the way, these tears are allergies. Just so you know.
I've been there.
They're allergies.
Been there, help me through a lot of shit. So, I mean, it's whatever. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, like I said, these guys now they're giving them the ball. We're not giving them the ball. No.
We're let them borrow the fucking ball.
We're passing it till we get down for it. You know what I mean? And once they get there, I'll probably get the bitch back. But don't look. When Cameron Jackson goes off screen, I'm not gonna say when it happens. It could happen a year from now. But when Cameron Jackson goes off screen, I ain't going away. I'm doing a CredeCast 30 days. But I ain't going away. Y'all gonna shut my ass up on Twitter. That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, right.
All right, guys. Let me say something real quick.
Sure.
To all those, I really wish like everybody in Backyard Wrestling was kind of watching this right now, because Backyard Wrestling last summer, oh my gosh, Backyard Wrestling was just so big. Like this year, what happened to us? Like the only big things going, you got UWE, you got BEW, you got KBW, the three like actually that are actually HPTW as well, PCW. But all right, so everyone listen to me in the comment section below.
All three of them.
Send me a friend request on Facebook and message me if you need any help with anything. I want to help each and every Backyard Wrestler that needs help. Give you my knowledge, my wisdom on Backyard Wrestling, so I can help your company be better than what it is, so that you can grow as one and gain subscribers and views. So Myron Reed, you know my name, MYRON space REED. Search me up on Facebook, and if you message me, I'm not gonna be like Cage. I'm not gonna read it and ignore it. I'm gonna message you back. I message all my fans back. I mean, all my friends, fans, anyone that messages me, I message them back.
That was because Cam, when we first started, I'm not gonna lie, our first show was not as good as what our other ones are. And Cam hits up Cage, and Cage is hitting up more at him. He's hitting Cage is hitting him up more than he's hitting Cage. It was pretty fun.
It was like he was trying to talk to shut me up. That's how it was going. I was just like, all right.
Yeah, right. That was. But
it was all good. There's no harm. Because I've grown to it. I don't really. I mean, I do care, but I don't care. People are gonna like our stuff. People are not gonna like our stuff. And I'm glad you put the time out at one point and say, oh, that's pretty fun. I'm grateful for everybody that's done it. But as far as what you said about helping out Backyard Wrestling, I mean, that's a good point, because it's a community. It's one huge thing. Like, this is what we do. Yeah, it might not put money in our pocket. This is what we do. This is what stands for us. This is what we leave behind for people that are younger, like Mark Williams, like High Voltage. Most people get older and take over when we're hopefully on to the pros, you know what I mean? So I want them to, like what you said, there's no messaging you is always an option. Messaging me is always an option. I'm always down to help, and I ain't gonna give you some shit. I'll give you something good. I gotta keep the very, very, very clear WE and BEW, because, well, that's why I work. God bless America.
That's a good word.
Two quick things I want to say. I just want to add that I was the first person ever to write Cameron Jackson from the Backyard Wrestling community.
Yes, he was. First person that ever, and he was the most consistent, and the most loyal, and the most trustworthy.
In a very good way.
Yeah, and yes, here right now.
I'm saying there's people that have been there for us and not so good back out. Yeah. Well, then again, there's people that are.
I'm the type of person that feel that anyone that's talented needs to get exposed. So I felt from the get-go, from day one, Cameron Jackson. I seen him on Twitter. I watched, and then before I met Cameron Jackson, I saw the very first episode of UWE, like not the very first episode, but a trailer or something like that. And I saw it because of CCW was in it, not in it, but they left a comment on there, and I saw on their channel. And back then, during this time, we were about 600 subscribers strong in BEW. And I seen it, so I saw the Twitter page on Twitter. I saw Cameron Jackson, and I had noticed that watching the clips, I seen that take Cameron Jackson in, and I seen his mic skills, and I was like, wow, this guy's talented. And I was like, wow, they only got like 10, 15 subscribers. Cameron Jackson needs to get exposed because he's talented. So I messaged him instantly, and I started talking to him because I just feel that everyone, like I said, that's got talent shouldn't be in the dark. Everyone should be exposed if you're talented. So that's just how I feel about everything.
And since the day you messaged you back in, what was it, at the April or May, with your help and the help of a lot of other people, we went from 15 to 80.
No, it's not me. It's not me at all. It's you guys. You see, because, I mean, I could sit here and help all I want, but if you don't put on if you don't put on a good show each time you step out there, then people are not going to subscribe. So I can send people to your channel, but you're the ones, that put on the show that make the people, like, and want to keep watching it, so they subscribe. So you guys deserve way more than 80 subscribers right now. If I had to say, you guys should be 1,000 subscribers because you guys you got good content, you guys have good wrestling, great storylines. See, that's all Backyard Wrestling needs. You got good content, it's organized, good wrestlers, good wrestling matches, and storylines to go along with it, and you'll have a successful company, and that's all I got to say on that one thing. Now, the second thing, Path to Glory is BEW's biggest event.
Okay.
And that's in December of this year, but it'll be pre-recorded, of course, but it will be filmed. It will be pre-recorded, but it will be up on YouTube in December. And everyone, there is a high chance, very high chance, that you will see the Bad Reed go one-on-one with that 80s looking hipster Cameron Jackson.
That would be a match of a lifetime. Definitely something I would tune in. Something that if I, it depends on the time in college, I would definitely go down to see even myself.
Well, there's even higher chance that you will see this black-looking 80s hipster beat the hell out of that light over there at Path to Glory. Path to Glory phone?
No, yeah, it's 4. It's 4. You got it right. See, I was about to say 5. You know more than me. But all right, I'm gonna go down the line real quick with you guys. Path to Glory. I'm gonna show you the growth in BEW. Path to Glory 1. All of this stuff was on YouTube at one point, but ever since we partnered with the YouTube channel, everything that was copyrighted just gone. So the first Path to Glory, you had the main event was Suicide Bomber versus Lightside E. Lightside E's first big match. They did okay. They did average. It was an average match. It wasn't good enough to main event Path to Glory. But I faced someone in the mid card for the US title. That was the first Path to Glory. Second Path to Glory was the biggest Path to Glory, and I think so. I beat Chris Copeland in the main event for the BEW Championship. That was big.
Anybody
and we had
they beat Chris Copeland is automatically trying to be required.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
But he did beat me earlier in the season at Cyber Splash, so we're 1-1 right now against each other.
He's still training.
But Path to Glory 3 was only one match, and at Path to Glory 4 this season, we not this season but next season, we got to step it up because we split it down the line that the big event for season 4 will be Cyber Splash, and I need to give all of you guys a spoiler on Cyber Splash. You will see Cage go one-on-one versus AK-47 and myself, the Bad Reed, in a triple threat match at Cyber Splash.
Name me the time, name me the place, name me the upload date, and we will definitely be tuning in as well as promoting that match as well.
That will be up, yes.
Definitely. I'm probably gonna have to wrap up soon. My stomach is starting to say, "Take it home, Vince." I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put Prince Albert back in the can. So, but oh god, that was the show I've ever seen. But I definitely, I definitely appreciate you being here. That was, this has definitely been an episode of CredeCast I'm gonna keep looking back at, and it's gonna be. It meant a lot. I definitely appreciate, because the first week it was myself and Cameron, and then episode 2 I got my stuff. Of course, I got Jackson alongside. He couldn't get away from the spotlight, and we also have the franchise of BEW, Mr. Gorgeous, the Bad Read. So I definitely thank you very much for that. UW Lockdown should be up tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. If not, it's a rendering review. I'm going to see what I can do. Hopefully this all works out. But, I don't know. It's going to be, it's up time.
I want to see Daisy in action.
Let's see if we got any last final questions. Yes. Am I still booked for next week? Oh, yes, the Black Silk. As a matter of fact, you know what? Actually, that's actually a good idea. So next week on the CredeCast, the special guest of the week will be none other than the Black Seth from Backyard Wrestling Entertainment. So make sure you check that out. Also, the Bad
I've
Read.
never watched them. Never watched Backyard Wrestling Entertainment. I haven't.
Live streams, but that's
that's what I know them
live stream, yes, but they do this like products like live, and I just kind of like they do live stream matches. And I'm like,
All right, well, let me. I don't want to. I want to talk about like real quick. Real fast. Do not Backyard Wrestling. I love you guys. It's Backyard Wrestling. I'm talking to Backyard Wrestling and wrestlers. Do not do no motherfucking live stream matches. Do not do live matches. Don't film and wrestle at the same time, because this shit is gonna be unorganized. Right. You're probably gonna have Little Joe holding the camera. Meanwhile, he's the same dude that commentates, and then he's probably the same dude in the main event. So of course, there's always gonna be one point in the show. This guy's doing this with the fucking camera, hands in over. One of his ass.
live on YouTube.
This is live on YouTube. Like, I'm sorry if I seen that shit, I turn that motherfucker off. But you know what?
If he does a live stream like that, that's the end of us.
Yeah, if we do that shit,
unsub City USA.
If we do some shit like that, we are done. I'll tell you that right now. Just do some editing. Great idea, but just have it all together and stream it live. Don't fucking shoot it at the same time it's being watched. We ain't WWE. PJ Sakura says it best. This is Backyard Wrestling. We make it look good, but we also got to try to make it look good. You know what I mean?
All right. As the knuckles go up, I believe that is all we have for this week on the CredeCast. Cam, any last words?
Some point during this week, I will be going live. Hopefully, I can have the man across the screen over there, the man with me. Maybe we can talk some good stuff sometime during the weekend. I don't know. Figure out. I ain't doing shit this weekend. Next weekend, I'm probably gonna be on a road trip. Wink, wink. Nobody knows. But thank you guys for accepting me on your computer screens, your iPod screens, tablet screens, cell phone screens. And I'm gonna hand it over to Bad Read.
Bad Read, any last thoughts, comments, concerns?
Once again, each and every one of you guys message me on Facebook, Myron Reed. I will respond and I will talk to you. And if you need my number, comment on the BEW video and I'll give it to you if you don't have Facebook. Cameron, I'll be messaging you when we get off of here. Let me know that. Alright, and you know.
I'll be either taking my place on the porcelain throne or lying down in the ever-creed bed, whatever I want. So pretty much I'm either going to be in the bathroom or I got to figure out which one wants me to go. But this has been the CredeCast. Definitely see you guys next week. Mr. Reed, thank you very much for joining us. And we will see you guys later. Beyond UW Live.